Okay, yes, I broke loose the screw. And what it is, there's this big screw here on the bolt handle. Get a complete. There we go. Now, a complete disassembly and cleaning is a good idea. Here we go with the bolt. You see there's this giant flat spring inside the bolt handle here. And it's got grease on it too. Alright, this resides here in the bolt handle. That little cutout is what engages. We'll get the firing pin out. Yeah, somebody greased this up. Somebody was looking to fire that. So how this works is this engages the firing pin here. And when you draw back, it compresses this spring. And then this part catches on the sear. And then when you close the bolt, that's what's holding it. When you release the trigger, then the spring opens and this whole mechanism goes forward. Okay, so let's look at the bolt here. See, I didn't know there's all this grease in here. That's got to come out. I got to tune this gun up. I'm going to do that when I get ready to go shoot. You see this collar right here? This is what this spring engages at here like that. So what we'll do is we'll put the bolt back in, and this is how it would look in the rifle from the top. And if you look down in there, if you look down in here when you get your gun, you can see where that little collar is. You would put the spring in, catch the collar, and get it to where it draws back. Okay, and then screw this other part back in there. That's basically how this works. Okay. That's why you got to make sure it's, yeah, see, it slipped out. Make sure it's down and in there. And then the screw. See, that grease is not a good thing, because when you get out in cold weather, let's make sure we're getting this in there right. Yep. There we go. Alright, and then we start to screw it back together. Okay, with all the fumbling, what you would do, because of my bad hand, I'm sorry about that, you would slide this up, put that spring in there, compress it, and then slide this down to where that wedge locks in flush, which it wasn't doing for me. I had to fool with it. And then screw this okay. Why isn't it catching? Oh, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, when you go to screw your bolt back together, make sure you put the right screw in, because this one, the thread is close but is a bit too long and does not work. So, after we located the correct screw, it is just a matter of tightening this down. And there, our bolt and mainspring is back together once again. This is in the fired position, so you will have to pull this out and compress the spring like this. Basically make sure that's lined up. Okay? And just out of curiosity's sake, let's check the firing pin on this, because that way, like that is in the fired position. This is where our bolt goes in, and as you see, the firing pin is protruding somewhat. It looks like it was blunted a little, which I don't like that. I do have a spare. Looks like somebody may have blunted that, or not. So, and again, what you would do is take that, compress the spring, rotate that to where this is parallel to this. Now you're ready to reassemble it. Now, like I said, once you've taken everything apart and cleaned it, you know, pretty much to reassemble the weapon, you would just reverse the thing, take our repaired magazine, drop it down into the stock, like so. Nice, nice. And take the correct screw that goes into here, put it in there. And just draw it up nice and snug. Okay. And then it's just a matter of putting your action back in. And the one screw here. Now, to look at this retaining spring here, yeah, this thing don't want to move worth a crap in there. There's like varnish and all kinds of stuff in there. Best thing to do is just try to take it right out. Oh yeah, that's what's creating the problem. Without trying to break the damn thing, it's got a layer of varnish in there. Okay. Alright, and these are one of the things you run into. Like I said, it's important to get these barrel bands to lock. I got my little punch, was trying to drive it out, and this thing would not come out for the life of me. And what I thought was shellac is actually this band or whatever this is broken, and somebody glued the goddamn thing into the stock. Okay, this isn't a barrel band or barrel retaining spring, barrel band retaining spring. And this other one's pretty frozen, which probably also is glued in. So this is kind of a problem. Somebody just kind of ground this and then glued it in to hold the gun together. So this is something that's going to have to be worked on even more, because, boom, yeah, this isn't right. Okay, this would fall out of there, but they'll kind of hold it in for now. But like I said, this is critical, and this is why you got to check this stuff. This is critical to getting the gun to stay together, especially this one. Well, this one does move somewhat and lock, the forward one. And it locks it in there. Then a little tap. Well, we got that together. Hopefully it will hold. But the thing is, when firing it, chances are this will come loose. So now I have to locate barrel springs, and they did. They glued these in. Okay, so you get some half-ass Bubba shit. Okay, this gun was a nightmare right from the beginning. And of course, this one also has the pin broke off on the ejector thing. Which meaning somebody really did a job on this gun a long time ago. Alright, so we will get our bolt back together. And we will get our gun together. And that kind of shows you the technical end of this and the pitfalls in here. Although not a very complex weapon, you can find a lot of problems with it. Okay. So there you go, guys. That's my technical view of it. This one needs to be touched up a little before I go out and shoot it. And I'm going to have to run this type of a check with all of the guns. So that's about it for now. I don't know what the next video would be other than talking about the ammo, but